Gentlemen, I'm a restaurant critic. I eat only in the finest restaurants. I know what food I'm eating, I know where it's from, I know how it gets to my plate. I don't accept anything less. Unless I'm drunk. And as licensing laws change, people are going to be drunk all night, there's going to be nothing else open, and they'll make the same kind of decision as me, more and more, which is the terrible one of eating a doner kebab. There you go. And so we have a first in the annals of food history. A doner kebab purchased stone cold sober. I've got to say, I didn't know that it looked like that. In fact, I didn't know that it smelled like that. I think before I eat another one of these, I'm going to have to find out exactly what goes into it. I've got to find out, at the very least, if it's even meat. Now, of course, some kebab shops make their own kebabs, but most get them from a factory, like this one in Burton-on-Trent. The idea of kebab and factory in the same sentence seems a bit wrong. I don't eat food from factories very often. I have no idea what kind of terrible things go on in there. The kind of myths and rumours I've heard make me feel sick. But I am going to go and have a look. $700 million are sold in the UK each year, and this factory alone produces 50 tonnes of kebab meat every week. But meat can mean all sorts of horrible things, and I'm hoping Dominic Jolivet, the quality assurance manager here, can tell me exactly what we're all eating. My word! Look at that! Look at that! It's real meat. It's like a butcher's shop. I have no idea that anything even resembling part of an animal went into a kebab.
Well, as you can see here, they're trimming up all lamb breast.
Right, and the lamb breast is not being used by supermarkets or restaurants because...
Very small, because there's not a high demand for it. As you can see, a bit fatty. And very finicky to get, you know, nice chunks of meat out of.
And the fact that this stuff would normally just get thrown away ends up in a doner kebab, that's a good thing. And is that the end of the story? What else? Are there other carcasses?
There is other trim as well. I'll show you. We also use lamb fronts and shoulders. What happens is with these, the supermarkets sell the lamb cutlets and the legs.
This is lovely kind of
chunk stock.
loins in there, isn't it?
Well, these are what you call the neck end.
God, there's a neck fillets though. You can eat them nicely.
Well, what we do with these, we take these out and we sell these as shish.
I am getting closer to eating a doner kebab sober, I think.
It's fair to say, it's very, very good quality product.
So, Dominic, what have we got here? This is slightly different. These are frozen fellows. What's that?
This is beef, actually.
This is beef?
Well, that's it, because some of our customers, we do a lamb and beef product.
Right. And would a customer in the street know whether it's...
No, they probably wouldn't do it. Somebody who knows their kebabs would do it.
Yeah, because the point is that someone like me, who's very finicky about the kind of meat that I eat, lamb, it's very limited to how intensively you can farm it. Everyone's, you know, reasonably safe with that. Beef, you know, the beef market is slightly different post-BSE and everything, and people are a bit more worried about eating beef. It's odd that they would eat it without knowing.
Well, they would have to know, because on a kebab shop, they should declare it. If it says doner kebab, it's a lamb. Right. If it says kebab, then it might be lamb and beef.
Ah, that's a crucial distinction to know. It's got to say doner. If it doesn't say doner, it could be anything.
This is where all these spices and herbs are blended.
Oh, get away, herbs and spices in a doner kebab.
We have salt, garlic, oregano, coriander.
That's incredible, isn't it? That sounds like Gordon Ramsay characters. That's the poshest thing I've ever heard. The doner kebab turns out to be a gourmet production. Thank you. That's fascinating.
This is where we make all the handmade doners, and where the ones that come pumped out of the machine are finished off.
You're the Don of the Donners, the king of the kebabs, yeah? The shake of sheep. How long does it take to make one of these whoppers?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You're a real artist then. I mean, I don't think Gordon Ramsay could do a thing like this. It's lovely stuff. Do you ever sort of nick a bit and eat it as you're...
No, I'm not eating.
You're not hungry, you've had breakfast?
Well,
you can eat it.
You can eat it, but I'm not wrong with it. But
that's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
I don't think it would fly out of the shops, you. Wait, the skin first?
No, bone first.
Meat? Small, that size, yeah?
You have to measure it like I'm measuring my mind.
I think that's exactly the right size.
No,
so
it's too big.
No, really? You think my balls are getting a little bit too big? Or
One
too
is
quick?
small, one is big. It doesn't match.
One small, one big, that does happen. On we go. Is that finished, or do I put another one on?
Yeah. You got to finish all the menu.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have I? Oops.
That's your moment of truth.
Look at that. Look at that.
We have to put this one in the museum.
Well, you certainly wouldn't want to put it in your mouth, would you? It's a doner kebab. So here we are then, the first doner kebab ever built by a restaurant critic. As I suspected, it's fantastic. And having seen what goes into it, I have to say I wouldn't probably serve this kind of meat at my own table. But you know what? At least it's meat.